is the Hammerfisting Podcast, exclusively on Gas Digital Network.
So, Matty, what's your favorite Jon Fitch fight?
I went with the one I was at live, and unbeknownst to Jon Fitch, I was in his corner for Fitch versus Shields at Madison Square Garden.
Drunken hooliganry.
With none other than Chris Tinker.
Be happy you didn't hear Matty gesture skulls because you would have jumped out of the cage and attacked him.
Now, John, I want you to tell these guys how much my cornering helped you win that fight against Jake Shields. When I was saying things like, "Get up! Do it! Go!
Let's go, champ!" Remember that?
Let's go, champ!
Oh.
Pressure! Things of that nature. Tell him, John.
It's just the right amount of coaching.
Dude, now hold on. Okay,
Get
dude,
up.
we're gonna get to the bottom of this once and for all. Could you hear Matty one time?
I don't hear anything other than Crazy Bob, pretty much.
He's like, I heard some drunken asshole, but I couldn't really make out what he was saying.
I heard another crazy guy in the crowd.
I
distinctly heard somebody shit their pants.
Crazy Bob, I hear.
Is Crazy Bob just louder than Javier Mendez?
No, he just has a distinct voice, and he doesn't speak that often. So, like, I don't know. There's some people you identify with or you hear, and Bob has just one of those voices that I'll hear in a huge stadium full of people. I'll still hear him.
Yeah, he's like the Matt Serra of AKA, I guess, because I could hear that fucking guy from the nosebleeds. He's so loud. So,
but Bob doesn't have to freak out or yell though. There's just something to his tone that rings and it's easy to identify.
Yeah, that just resonates with you. So I think this is an interesting question because we're going to get Tinkle's take, but then we also have a guy who fought in both those fights. So
Yeah,
it's
we should find out what John's favorite one is first, I feel like.
Yeah, John, which guy do you feel? Oh, you mean his personal favorite fight?
Yeah. His favorite.
He said it before, Eric Silva.
Oh, he did. It was.
Yeah.
Really?
That's your favorite fight.
Eric was the favorite fight, I think.
Okay.
Number 2 is probably the GSP, but that's almost more about the whole atmosphere and everything that was around the fight rather than just the fight, because I did take a lot of punches.
Yeah.
If I had been there, it may have been a different result.
But, the atmosphere of the fight and being in the fight, and that experience was great. But the Eric Silva fight was just phenomenal.
Yeah, and it must have meant something even before the fight that you finally, and you were talking about it before, and it's been well documented, the adversity that you had when you fought in the UFC. You felt you didn't get a fair shake, and there are certain things that I know you didn't get a fair shake, and they weren't trying to get you to fight for the belt and promote you the way you needed to be promoted, but just on sheer heart and will and execution, you got to the top and fought the best in the world in GSP.
Maybe the best ever, even. So.
Hell yeah, man. So, guys.
It's disappointing I didn't get a second chance, but, I'm proud of the things I've done, and, I did them under pretty tough circumstances. So, I'm still out here, hopefully maybe even winning another belt someday.
Yeah, man. So, Tinkle, who do you got? This is a very important round for Gesture Skulls.
I can't fucking judge over the guy who's actually fought. That's fun. Yeah, no. He should pick this one, definitely, because, it'd be super weird if I pick it.
Okay, so which fight? You had Jonas, had Diego versus you, and
it's really hard to pick because they were both big moments for me.
With me in your corner, you mean?
The people who he's beat, like the record of guys he's beat, like he's one of the best welterweights ever. And then that fight with Diego was a big name-making fight for me too. And I washed dishes until that fight.
Man.
After that fight, I was able to not work another job. So I don't know, man. That's tough to take. But I had to go with the Jake Shields fight, just because of who Jake is and what Jake's done.
And having me in your corner.